What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? It's your boy Astroknomer back with another episode of But There's More. This is episode 28. I think the thing says 27, so I'll fix that. No need to worry. But again, thank you, man. I am your host, Astroknomer. You could be anywhere else in the world, but you're here with me, so I do appreciate that. I see that John is here already. My man John is here. What's going on, big dog? If you're in the chat, say what's up. John, appreciate you from Chicago. But we're here, man. We're here to kind of talk, kind of see what's going on. Here to, discuss things, discuss what's happening this week. I have a few topics. Then at 8 o'clock in approximately 30 minutes, we'll hop into the live stream of Queen Studios. But yeah, man, let's just get into it. We don't have much time, so I'm gonna go fast, talk about a bunch of stuff, throw up a few pictures, and then at 8 o'clock we'll hop on over and kind of watch the event live. And we'll go from there. Anthony's here. He says, greetings from Belgium. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? All right. Anthony's here. Thank you, man. Raiders here. What's good? What's good? What's good? Glad to see y'all, man. Again, thank you for joining me. This is live. I love having these events live with you guys, man, so we can see these things together and see what's going on together. You get my feedback. I get your feedback. We kind of go back and forth. I love it, man. I'm excited. I'm really excited about this. I've been waiting on this all January. They told us a January event was coming, and I think like probably about a week ago, someone like put in the Queen Studios group. They was like, "Hey, is the event still happening in January?" And I replied, I was like, I don't think so. I mean, I feel like if it was coming, they would have said something, and here we are. But this isn't, from my understanding, guys. This isn't going to be a full event. This is just going to be a Q&A session coupled with a preview for the live event, for the online event, right? So I just want to level set expectations here, so that people don't think that, we're supposed to get 30 statues tonight or anything crazy. I think they're supposed to just give us a video, a quick preview of what the online event is supposed to be. What is that going to look like? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Again, I have no clue. I don't know how long the video will be. 2 minutes. I don't know if it'll be mostly QA and maybe 2 minutes of the video, the preview. I don't know. I'm excited to see though. Hopefully they give us a little bit. They gave us a January date, so hopefully they give us a few things. Maybe not too much, but give us something to chew on until next time. But all right, guys, let's get into a few topics here. There was an article that came out like last Monday or this past Monday, and it was like apparently there's an explanation, or there may be an explanation as to why Irish is here. What's going on, Irish? As to why shipping prices are so high right now. But to be honest with you, I didn't read the article. I just kind of read the headlines. Apparently, there's a shortage of shipping containers. And because there's a shortage of shipping containers, the price of the shipping goes up. It's went up. So that may be why shipping is so high now, because they have to pay for these containers. I don't know. I didn't read the article, but I just wanted to throw that out there and let y'all know that may be why Prime 1 and places like that shipping is so high right now. And that may be why, and that just may be why it may not be as much from Sideshow, right? If you're living in the United States. P is here. He said, "What's good, Astro? What's going on, P? Hopefully you're having a good day. Hopefully everyone's having a great day. That's what's up, man. I'm glad my people are here, man. I'm really excited, man. My people here, hey, y'all showed up, man. I don't know, man. I'm feeling loved, man. I'm feeling good about y'all, man. The community. I love it. All right, so let's talk, man. Let's talk. Let's get into it. The Justice Buster. All right, guys. This has been the talk of the town all week. I don't know if you guys have been, I don't know if you guys have been following it like I have, but we have the Justice Buster now. He is now officially up for PO. And I thought, I'll just be honest with y'all. I thought it was really weird. How do you go back? I thought it was really weird. I'll tell you why. Because we got the Justice Buster. We got the Justice Buster, right, up for PO right now, but we still don't have Dawn Breaker or Red Death, which is, to me, I feel like that's kind of crazy. Like, why don't we have Dawn Breaker or Red Death up for PO, but we got the Justice Buster before it? I don't know. That doesn't make sense to me. Anyway, One thing I also learned is wait. Let's see. P says my Bane from Prime One shipped last Thursday. Shipping was crazy, but it got here this week. Okay, that's good. Yeah, trust me. I know that Bane. That Bane is freaking huge, man. So I know the shipping for that was crazy. And I don't even want to. Oh, by the way, this is probably about a couple hours ago. I saw online, I think on Facebook. I can't remember. Someone said that they were about to order this Justice Buster, but the shipping was like $1,000. So I think they said they're gonna cancel it. So $1,000 to ship this. And I think they were in Europe somewhere. So it wasn't to the United States. It was to Europe somewhere. But $1,000, man. That's potentially two more statues, man. That's potentially two more statues that you can get. Two premium formats for just shipping. Before we're not even talking about this price yet. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I'll be able to pay that for shipping. I'll probably have to cancel. But I mean, luckily, hopefully, excuse me, guys, I ate not too long ago. So hopefully, hopefully this goes up for PO at Sideshow so that at least people in America, I know that it'll be cheaper in America. People in America can have, a better chance with shipping. So we'll see, guys. We'll see. But let's see. Iris says gonna have to pass on the Buster. That price is gonna be almost or right at 4,000 shipped. My girlfriend is gonna get that Eva that just posted though. Let's see. I think that's is that jeez. What's it? Evangelion? Is that what it is? Yeah, I think this might be what you're talking about. That wasn't what I was trying to click on. I think it's this one. Let's see. Let's check you out. Let's check you out, Irish. John says order Prime One Talon, shipping and handling $169. Wow, are you serious? That's a good price. And congrats on that, John. Congrats. This is really dope. I've never been huge into this anime, but this is pretty cool. Oh, he says almost like 6 feet. Wow, how tall is this thing? It's crazy. But yeah, that talent shipping handling is not bad. So that's good. Yeah, so I don't even think we really looked at Justice Buster. Just I think I'll probably end up doing a video on it, so I won't spend much time here. But you have three versions. You have the ultimate version where you get both the Batman and the Justice Buster. You have just the advanced suit version where you get it just with Batman himself. And then there's also a third version where you can get just the Justice Buster itself too. So but yeah, let's see. I don't know if you guys are hip to this, but we have the Snyder Cut that's coming in March. Mid-March, we have the Snyder Cut that's coming. I think that's a big deal, right? That's a pretty big deal. I'm pretty sure that's a big deal for you guys. I don't know if you guys are anticipating it, but I am. Prime One Batman in the red outfit, shipping hand $250, which is a smaller statue. Wow, that's crazy. I don't know why. I don't know, man. I feel like these shipping prices are like unpredictable. Still love this Wonder Woman, by the way. Wonderful. Best Wonder Woman to date, in my opinion. It's crazy. Blackout. All right. Also, too, guys, there is going to be a new XM Studios store, flagship store that's coming mid-2021. So we'll see about that. We'll see what comes of that. And it looks like we only have like 20 more minutes. I didn't have that many topics. We can get into some pictures And let's see what we got here. Kind of get some feedback. I know we're kind of shotgunning it right now, guys. We're going pretty fast, but trying to fit everything in as quickly as possible before we jump into the live event. All right, let's see what we got. This is a One Piece statue. I know we usually don't look at anime statues here, but kind of wanted to show this to you guys, see if anyone was interested in this. Not necessarily interested, but if anyone likes this statue. I thought this was pretty fascinating. It's pretty cool. Different, very different concept. It's almost like a Sinister Six type situation. It's like a Sinister Six type situation. I guess it's Luffy with, I guess these are his enemies, I guess. I don't know. I don't watch the anime, so I can't tell you. Let's see. R says, I think he's talking to P. We have some dark side art. I can't remember who drew this, but I thought this was pretty dope. Reminds me of Snyder Cut. Really, really cool here. I can't remember if we talked about this last week. I don't think we did, but if we did, I apologize. We have a Catwoman here. I thought this was interesting. Very simple base. Catwoman is the show. I love how she's sculpted. Very, voluptuous. Raider says that dark side is sick. Yeah, he was. He was awesome. This is a really nice Catwoman, I tell you. A little bit of a closer look. It's giving me like an 80s vibe, man. Is she from a movie? Am I missing something, guys? But this looks really cool. The Batman Who Laughs. This is a cover, if I'm not mistaken. I may be mistaken though, but this Batman Who Laughs was crazy. I thought this was awesome. Speaking of Batman Who Laughs, I have him over here. I'm looking at him. This Batman Who Laughs is giving me like vampire vibes, like Batman. Yeah, it's like almost like it's a little bit different vibe from this guy over here. Black Cat. I can't remember if we looked at this one last week either, but I wanted to show this one just in case. I feel like we did. Really, really cool. And also, too, guys, I forgot to say this, but I know that I only posted once this week, and it was very late, so I apologize for that. This week has just been very, very busy, so I do apologize for that. John says Batman Who Laughs looks better than Prime 1. Yeah, that version of Batman Who Laughs is really cool. Irish says hate the underscale roofs they're doing with this and the Fabric Batman. I must say that I 100% agree with you. I'm just not a fan. I'm not a fan of the underscale roofs. Yeah, I'm not a fan at all. Which is why for that Batman statue, I'm not like everyone's going crazy about it. Oh, Fabric Batman, the cape's going up. It's like it's not for me personally. I'm not knocking anyone who likes it, but it's not the hottest thing smoking to me. Like I'm not a huge fan of the like what Irish just said. I'm not a huge fan of the roof concept. I don't know. I feel like that Batman is sculpted a little. I feel like his anatomy is different for some reason. The cape going up doesn't make me go crazy. I don't know. But I do think that Jason Fabok is a phenomenal artist and a phenomenal person. It's just that statue is not. It's not one of my favorites. That's all. John says, "What is she jumping over? A playhouse?" That's funny. That's funny. Well, I think that she's done well. I will say that. I think that she's done well. It's obviously the house that she's jumping over is obviously underscaled, but I do think it's really cool. I do think she looks really cool. I think that the hair is sculpted pretty cool. I think that they did a great job on her the actual statue here. Here we are. We have the talk of the town. The talk of the town. Talk of the town, guys. Spider-Man versus Venom. They say this is automatic grail status, guys. Automatic grail status. This thing has been printed. It's been painted. Look at it. This is crazy. Look at this. Like Caleb Nefson sculpt here. I mean, who had the audacity? Caleb Nefson had the audacity to draw this. Are you serious? A statue? They would never. Marvel would never sign off on this. But it's just that awesome. It's that phenomenal. Look at this. This is crazy. This goes against so many norms and so many, just so many different things that we're used to. Like the sculpting, it's almost as if he had free reign. Like hey man, just draw whatever you want. Like it doesn't matter. Like just draw whatever you want. It doesn't matter at all. Just do whatever you want. And he did this, and it was like, all right, fine, we're gonna do it. And they did it. They seriously did it. That's crazy. Iris says, if this is anything other than PVC, I'm worried about brakes. Oh, I have no clue. I have no clue. But what I do know is that there's like rods in here. So there's like a rod that goes like this whole way. That's keeping it stable, keeping it from breaking. But like these little pieces right here, like all this up here, like I don't know about any of this stuff. Like all this hanging off, all this. Like you 1000% have to have a case for this. I feel like you just can't put this out unless if you are to not put it in a case, you have to put it like in a corner or just somewhere where it's not easily touched, not easily knocked over, not easily, not easily anything. That's the only issue. I mean, we'll see. We'll see. I mean, the real test will be how are they going to ship this thing, and how are they going to prevent breakages. Oh, I understand what you're saying, Irish. Yeah, I mean, I'm worried about both. I mean, because, how are you going to prevent it from breaking and shipping? How are you going to prevent it from breaking in general? Because some statues, you touch it or you brush up against it or something mistakenly. I mean, it's just fine. Like, I mean, you might have an arm come off. Like, if I take this Robin arm off or something, like, it's not that big of a deal. But I feel like if you brush against this, it's over. You can forget about it, buddy. Look at that. Look at that. Look at the symbiote, like, just kind of coming off his back and stuff. Like, they did such a great job with this. This is painted very, very well. John says, what company is offering it? I know what company is offering it, but I don't know if I can say, because it's a private commission group, and yeah, I think they try to be low key. But what I can tell you is that Caleb Nefson, he's one of my top 3 sculptors ever. He's one of my favorite sculptors ever. He painted this. I mean, I'm sorry, not painted. He sculpted this. Her name is TTN Painter. She's the one who painted this, but Caleb Nefson is the one who sculpted this. Phenomenal. I don't know if you guys noticed, but there's 3 different eyes too, by the way. There's like the squinting eyes, there's like the comic book big eyes, and there's like the regular like size eyes. And man, every time I see this Venom, I am impressed. This is I wanted to show this because I thought this was pretty cool, because as collectors, I mean, I'm guilty of this. And I'm sure I'm probably not the only one that's guilty of this, where you will, kind of, what do you say, plan out your collection, especially if you're getting cases or whatever, whatever it may be. You may say, okay, I'm going to fit this here. It's going to go this way. John says Caleb work is totally twisted. Yeah, for sure. I agree, man. So yeah, like I was saying, like, a lot of times you see things like this and it's like, oh, I'm getting module cases, or I'm buying these cases, or I'm building shelves, or whatever it may look like for you. And, say, okay, I got these statues, or I got these statues coming. I'm going to put them on the shelves this way. I'm going to put them in the cases this way, or, and I have something similar to this that looks something like this. And I just love to see how he kind of brought it to the end, right? Or, even down to the TV, as his TV there, if you can tell, there's a PlayStation here. It just looks really cool, man. Looks really cool. He has like 3 statues in each one. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2. There's 4, 1. I think there's 2 here, 3 there, 3 there. This looks good, man. Got some DC on this side, Marvel on this side, little bit in between on both sides, man. This is really cool. Got DC, Marvel, and Ninja Turtles kind of in the middle to separate the two. It doesn't get any better than this, man. It doesn't get any better than this. I'm really excited for this collector. Did a great job. Oh, this is, I think someone referenced this. John, was it you? Did someone reference this, this red Batman? What version of Batman is this, guys? I think this Batman is pretty cool. It's different. Not used to seeing this Batman. I think this looks like a Flashpoint Batman or something, doesn't he? Which Batman is this, guy? Somebody has to know. Looks like Flashpoint. Well, he doesn't look like Flashpoint, but he reminds me of Flashpoint is what I'm saying. It's what I meant to say, what I meant to mean, or whatever. I'm glad we're towards the end of these pictures too, because we got to jump on the live here in a minute. Do you guys have John says yes, going to pre-order it. Oh, this is from Prime 1? I didn't know that. So is this a leak or something? I'm assuming this is 1/3 scale too. Man, I love a good cape like this, man. I tell you, I love a good cape. Ooh, John says limited to only 100. Okay, that's what's up. We have a Margot Robbie, Harley Quinn from Suicide Squad. This is from Infinity Studios, if I'm not mistaken. What do you guys think about this? I think that her face is, it looks very good, I'll say that. But I think that her cheekbones are off just a little bit. I feel like they need to come out more, or I don't know, something in her cheeks, like her whole jawbone here needs to, I feel like it's maybe too thin, too sharp, too pointy or something. I don't know. I feel like it's off just a dash, but it looks really, really good though. It looks really, really good. What do you guys say? Nothing. All right, moving right on. What else we got here? Oh, it's just another picture of this. Again, like I said, face is off just a tad, but looks good. I thought this was really, really cool because I said this guy has a pretty dope DC collection here. You got Justice League on the TV. You got three Superman, Wonder Woman, and Batman. What do you call them? Light up situations behind the TV, which looks really cool. Then you got 3 shelves, man. 3 shelves of DC. I mean, he has pretty much everything you can probably think of. Batman. John says looks good, but it's a pass for me. I agree. Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman. Man, what was that? The not necessarily Man Bat, but a vampire Batman, Mr. Freeze. Harley Quinn. We got Cheetah, Scarecrow, Aquaman, Zatanna. There's a Dark Side down there. Sinestro, Batgirl. Who else is this? Power Girl, Huntress. It's a lot going on in this picture, man. But I was just really excited for this person in their collection here. They have a lot of statues, a lot of nice statues, and they did just a really good job. So I was happy for them for that. And guys, we are at the 8 o'clock mark. We're still fine, guys. We're still fine. I know the event is starting now, but it's okay because usually with Batman Statue Collector, the first like 10-15 minutes is him just saying hey to folks. So I guarantee you we're not missing anything. But give me a second. Let me get this pulled up. And we'll kind of jump into it and see what we got here. See, it hasn't even started yet, guys. You have to stop the music because I don't know what's happening here. All right, guys. Do you guys have any questions for Queen Studios? See if we can get this. Do you guys have any questions for Queen Studios? Any questions about? I don't know. I have a few questions. One of my questions is, how long does it usually take for them to? Let me see if I can. Oh, I'm kind of spitting here on accident. Trying to make sure I write my what's the name down. How long does it take to so just have to document my question. My question is, how long does it take to create a statue from start to finish? Like, once you get the approval for a statue, how long does it does it take to kind of see it come to fruition? Saying what's up to the chat. I'm ready, guys. Let's see. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year! Okay, that was unnecessary. I know. Let's see what we got, guys.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Chris, the Batman Statue Collector, and welcome to a very special edition of Rogues Gallery Live.
All right. He has an intro now. That's really cool. All right. Moving on up.
All right, welcome back. And like I said, I'm Chris, the Batman Statue Collector, and we have a very, very special event. This is just an honor of a lifetime to welcome John from Queen Studios. How are you doing, John?
Very good, thank you. How are you back?
We're doing great, and it's just, again, it's an honor to have you here. You're going to be answering fan questions tonight. We also have a lot of things to reveal and to talk about tonight. So, again, just thank you very much for being here tonight.
No worries. Thank you for hosting.
Thank you. Also with me, we have, of course, this man needs no introduction, of course, George from MCE. Welcome to the show, sir.
Thanks, man. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. How are you doing tonight?
Good, man. Happy to be here.
Good. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. We also have with us, as always, Mr. Eric B. in the house.
Hey, guys. Hope everyone's doing good.
Very, very good to have you here, sir. Also with us, as always, Mr. Jeff 1.5, Mr. Jeff Morris. How's it going, Jeff?
Good evening, everybody. Doing good, Chris. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you for being in here. And last but certainly not least, from the Secret Sanctuary on YouTube, of course, Mr. Jeff Delaney's in the house.
Hi guys, excited
I don't know
to
if you
see
can hear
where
us.
my buddy's going to be going.
Oh, I don't think it's right. That's right. We saw a lot of comments before the show that they said, you know, our poor wallets, and that's exactly what collectors, because they know that good things are going to be coming. So anyway, I want to thank Marty.
John says, will they expand their production run on their statues and busts? I agree. I think so, John. I think so. But we'll see. We'll see what we got. We'll see what happens.
The reveal package, some of you may have just seen it on Facebook, and so we're going to roll the package right now, and you can get some ideas of what's coming your way, and then we're going to talk about it.
Oh,
Okay,
okay, good. Let's see.
Unless you want to say anything before we do, John?
No, just roll the tape.
All right, here we go.
All right, here we go, guys. Let's see. Let's see what we got. New licenses from Marvel. One-to-one bus half statues. I don't care about those. Well, maybe one-to-one buses. New collectibles. Captain America. Okay, so there's a new Captain America coming. It doesn't really interest me. Black Widow. That doesn't really interest me either. That doesn't really interest me either. Black Widow. But I do think she's cool. And I do want to see her movie. I'm just not on the market for a Black Widow statue. Iron Man Mark III. It's not my favorite Iron Man. I would have probably wanted a Mark. I thought they were doing a Mark 7. I think that would have been a little bit better for me personally. Wanda, yes. 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 So Wanda, looking for Wanda. I really do like Wanda, so I would definitely 100% do a Wanda video. I mean a Wanda statue. Vision, yes, finally, Jesus, thank you. I'm so happy about this. Wow, really excited about this Vision statue. Jesus, I've been looking for a Vision statue forever. Jeez Louise. Really excited about that. Venom. Not on the market for a Venom, but I'm really excited to see what they do with a Venom statue. Really excited to see what they do with a Venom statue. Thor. They usually focus on movie statues too, so their likeness is gonna be crazy. Chris Hemsworth. I already have a Thor statue, the Daniel Bell Thor. So, you know. From DC. Let's see what we got from DC. Okay, we got a Superman. Okay, excited about that. If it looks good, if it's the right one, I'll take it. I do like Henry Cavill, so we'll see. We'll see what happens here. Maybe. Batman. Oh, they're doing Batman Who Laughs. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. A quarter scale Batman. This isn't my favorite Batman. Giveaways. Shipping updates. Q4. Okay, so that statue is coming out at the end of the year. I have that.
Well, that was awesome. That was really awesome. We have a lot to unpack, of course, to talk about tonight. So you guys saw, and I'm going to kind of run down the show this evening. We do have new licenses that we're going to talk about, and that'll be followed by a Q&A session with John. We also are going to talk about new collectibles. We're going to talk about that amazing giveaway, shipping updates, Wonder Woman updates as well for the life-size bust. And then, again, we're just going to continue to answer all of your questions tonight. So I'm really excited. Make sure that you have your questions ready. I want to thank the 248 watching so far. That's awesome. Thank you guys so very much for being here. You're amazing.
Guys, what do you guys think so far? What do you guys think so far?
Without further ado, let's
Anybody excited from what they just saw? Anyone excited?
some Q&A.
Oh, new licenses. Okay. All right, let's see. From Marvel. Oh, they got half scale statues and 1-to-1 buses. Okay.
All right, John, so do you want to tell us and kind of walk us through some of the licenses here? I'll put the banner up here if you want to walk us through them.
Okay, great. Yes, so most of our products at the moment, most of our collectibles are licensed in China. So that's for Marvel and DC. So in 2019, we were working really hard to get the USA license. And we did get it for last year, but with everything that went on, we just weren't able to bring them to market. So hopefully this year, we're going to be releasing some new 1-to-1 busts and half-scale statues for the US market. And then for Southeast Asia, 1-to-1 busts.
Iris says that really excited to see what their take is on Batman Who Laughs. Sean says really want to see the film.
It's because a lot of times
Yeah, I have a couple I'm definitely interested to see what their Batman Who Laughs looks like. Cause geez Louise, I don't want 3 Batman Who Laughs statues. But if it looks that good, then I might have to get it.
Working with the guys at they'll be helping us to bring them to market as well. So they'll be looking at options for cheaper shipping. So like an economy option and
I'll give you guys what I'm interested for once we get to the end to kind of wrap up.
The products will be silicon. So there'll be silicon busts and silicon half-scale statues.
Wow, that's awesome. So like the Aquaman statue, would that be one example?
Yeah, but just for Marvel. So yeah, so the Aquaman half scale will be doing that for Marvel, and we in the first year we're only gonna have one. The second year we're only gonna have one, and then after that we're hoping, if the demand's there, we can hopefully bring more to the US.
Well, that is very, very exciting news. And again, John is here for your questions. So if you guys have any questions about maybe, wants or, things that you're really hoping that Queen Studios will be willing to do in the future, please make sure that you're asking that because that's very exciting that he's here to answer all of those. So very, very cool. Let's see. Carlos said, is there any plans for any 1/4 scale Marvel?
Yes, so for the China license, we've got a lot of quarter scale statues on the way for both Marvel and DC. So a few in the teaser today, a few of those will be quarter scale.
That's awesome.
Nice.
JJW is asking, you mentioned silicone. Are any of them going to be polystone based head sculpts, I guess?
Not for the US. So unfortunately, we are restricted just to silicone at the moment. But hopefully, in the coming year, or 2 years' time, this is a long-term plan for us. So hopefully, we can get the DC license for the US and then also get the polystone license for Marvel. So hopefully both.
That's exciting. That's awesome. He also asked, are there any more Marvel or Star Wars half-scale, fully sculpted full figures in the pipeline? Is it silicone or PVC?
So for Star Wars, we actually asked about that. Apparently, it's very.
Do you guys have any questions?
There's a lot of people already in the game. So
You guys have any questions? Anything that
something different.
anything I should ask or anything?
Fully sculpted.
I want to make sure I'm representing you guys.
Full figures.
My team
Half
here.
scale for Marvel, yeah, but again, that's just silicone. But in the China market in Southeast Asia, we can do polystone. So fans in Southeast Asia can get the Iron Man half scale, like the K50 and others that we have.
Those are awesome pieces, by the way, and just incredible. And I know this guy right here, this way right here, will be very excited if you go Star Wars because I know he loves Star Wars. George from MC.
Well, even the Iron Man stuff, man. Star Wars or Iron Man? That was one of my questions I had there when you said that you was wanting to be silicone. Does that mean that we possibly could get an Iron Man if it has like the Tony Stark portrait on it rather than the helmeted portrait?
So this wasn't in the teaser, but we spoke to Marvel about it, and because Robert Downey Jr. is no longer making any more movies, it will be very difficult. However, we're going to try, and then hopefully we can get a Iron Man with silicone face and full likeness for our DJ. That's the dream.
Yeah, I tell you, if you get that, you're going to sell a ton, because I know people are very excited about something like that. That's for sure.
Right.
Yeah, that's what we really want to do. We've got the high scope already. It's just a case of getting the approval. Anytime.
Yep, that's awesome. Astronomer's World asks,
Hey, it's me.
to create a statue from start to finish.
So it differs for each one. So the longest time for us is just the concept, design, and approval process. So if we can get things approved quickly, it won't take too long. It can take, so the concept design I think can take a few months, 3 months, depending on things get approved. Then they have to do the 3D sculpts, then they have to print it, and then they have to do, depends on the material as well. So if it's silicone, it takes a lot longer. So to make one, it could take 6 months.
Wow.
From start to finish.
Wow.
Awesome. So I'll just ask this question about silicone. I know some collectors, they fear silicone a little bit because they don't know the longevity. But I think if you take care of it and if you have it in a climate-controlled area.
John says, will they do a run on the Avengers or X-Men line statues? Okay, I'll ask that, John.
Can you address that at all for the collectors?
Yeah, so that's a good question. And so I spoke to our CEO about it last year at New York Comic Con, maybe 2 years ago now. And basically, the silicone that we use is really high quality. So what tends to happen is that after 20 or 30 years, it won't be as soft. It'll just firm up a little bit. But the looks will be fine. It'll look exactly the same. As long as it's kept out of direct sunlight, away from any sharp objects, it could last 50 years or more. The truth is, we know it should last for 30, but we don't know how long, because in the movie industry, they use it. So I watched the interview with Rick Baker, the Monster Maker, and he was saying basically that, it just gets really hot after a long, long time. But he's got some props from like the American Werewolf in London, and that's lasted from then to now. So it can last a long time if it's careful.
Yeah, and that's the key. You have to care for it. You can't have it in direct sunlight. You can't have it in a high heat temperature. You have to take care of your art just like you would anything else.
Yeah, heat's not too bad actually. It can withstand heat. It's just direct sunlight, and sharp objects are the worst thing for silicone. There's not a lot we can do about it. So some people have had issues when it's shipped and like a really fine cut in the silicone where they might have taken it out and caught an edge. So just be really careful. Everything else is okay.
What about humidity, like in Florida? We have a lot of that.
Humidity. So it's where we are in China is very humid as well. So if you can just get a dehumidifier.
That's a great question, John. I'll ask that too.
Yeah, that's great. I mean, I think that has been probably the number one question that people ask about, the silicone-based items. I think there's some fear there, but I just don't feel like there should be any fear. I feel like it's been addressed. You addressed it, and time will tell, obviously. But gosh, I mean, I'm going to be dead in 50 years, so it's like I don't need to worry about it deteriorating in 50 years. So I think it's very exciting, and it's so cool that you guys kind of have gone that route, because it's obviously something different and it sets you guys apart for sure, which is great. Let's see if we have another question. Only movie licenses and comics, or do you have any other thing that you can reveal for us?
At the moment, just movie, comics. Also, I think we mentioned in our phase 1 reveal a few months back, we talked about the the Matrix and Lord of the Rings license, which we want to bring out sometime this year. So that's the only different thing. We're going to look into other licenses as well, but we don't want to overdo it. So we want to just focus on the movie and comics so far.
I tip my hat to you because I know some companies that they've tried to get as many licenses as possible, and I feel like it's a little bit overwhelming for the community sometimes. There's too many products, and so I know you're obviously going to keep trying to get different licenses over the years, but it's nice that you're kind of focused too, to really produce that quality. I think that's awesome. Eric Lang says, "I want a Gladiator Hulk from Thor Ragnarok. Is that a possibility?"
Not at the moment, but we've got the comic book version coming out soon. It's sort of the Gladiator Hulk, so you'll see that in a week or so.
That's
okay.
very cool. Lazy Lover says, "Hey John, are you going to continue the DC cartoon series?"
Not as far as I know, not in this year. There's no plans. We were hoping for a similar thing for Marvel, but we'll just have to see how that goes. It depends on the license, really.
Those are fun pieces. We had somebody review that for our channel, and I love the Bane. I think the Bane and the Joker both are really great.
Yeah, the detail is incredible. Like when people saw it in New York Comic Con a couple of years ago, the detail when you see it up close, it doesn't look as great from the images, but up close look great.
And that's true for so many of the statues we own. Like George and Jeff and I, we do reviews, and the camera doesn't always capture how good it is in person usually. And so it looks great on camera. It just goes to show you how good it looks in person. So I absolutely understand what you're saying there. ZW Tan says, "Is Venom based on the comics or the movie version?"
It will be the comic because I think Sony own the.
That's for you, John. He said comic version.
That'll be awesome. And is that a life-size bust?
Yeah, should be.
Oh,
Which comic version you're going for?
I don't know yet. All I know is the comic Venom. That's what I know so far.
I can just imagine how incredible that thing's going to be. That's awesome. It's very, very cool. And so that's part of that same line with the Spider-Man, right? The comic book Spider-Man.
Yeah. So we're trying to pick some sort of theme along each one. So as well with the third scale Spider-Man that we released last month, we want to do some other pieces like that. So it's inspired by like the comic book covers, like the great comic book covers. Unfortunately, people weren't as happy with the base on the last one. So right now, what we're doing is working hard to improve that. So add some internal lighting, so it doesn't look as much like Cheese was.
So that just goes to show you that you guys absolutely listen to the community. I mean,
Right, that's
you
good.
guys have a pulse and you're willing to listen. And I absolutely tip my hat to you guys because I know that you want to be successful. I know that you want to have your place as one of the greatest statue companies out there. And listening to the feedback is what's going to get you there. And I just think that's amazing that you're willing to do that and willing to make changes. I mean, that the Cheese Whiz base, like that, like you literally changed it the next day to that light of view, and like that was just, who else does that? That's incredible.
Yeah, so there's a reason for that. Is generally our CEO and art director and almost everyone in the company collects. So for them, they want to see how would you, if you're buying, what would you want? So if there's something you didn't like, of course we can't change it for every individual person. But if it's like a big topic or a meme that is sort of the come, then we'll have to look at it. So that's what our goal is, to just create collectibles people want to collect. Obviously, we'll go for what we want to do as well. But then, if people have got a big issue with something, we'll try and listen to the community and change it. It's important.
Right.
Well, that is awesome.
That's good. Yeah, that's really cool, man.
A lot of people in the chat are saying that they would love to start a Star Wars license, a Mando license, or Mandalorian. Obviously, that's incredibly popular right now. So my fingers are crossed for you guys that you can get that license, because I think it would be very. I mean, could you imagine Star Wars life-size bus? Oh my God, that's just.
I'll be broke.
Yeah, George, you're out of business, my friend. Like you're done. Oh, that would be awesome, though. I mean, I love it. I just think that'd be amazing. Silicone, like a silicone Palpatine. Oh my gosh, that would be. Or
even like an Anakin Vader to have that.
Oh, that'd be great. Oh, that'd be amazing. That'd be great.
Yeah, we are looking at that. So I think from what we've asked, it would be the original Star Wars, so the first few in the 70s, 80s, and then we try and do a few Mandalorian. It's just completely up to Disney to see what we can get.
I know Disney's kind of tricky. I know that they're a tricky license to obtain. But yeah, I mean the '70s Star Wars. That if you started with that, like, I think people would just flip out because that's my Star Wars. Those are the movies that I love. So that would be awesome.
I feel like people are asking good questions.
Let's see. Let me go to another question. Sorry, I know I'm behind here.
Hopefully he gets your question, John.
Let's see here. I know somebody asked about the Alien versus Predator. Is that a possibility?
Not at the moment, no. Our boss, the guy at the top, likes Terminator a lot, so hopefully we can do some more Terminator in the future, but at the moment, no Alien versus Predator. But there might be, next year, there might be more scope for different things, but so far, I've not seen any plans for that this year.
Okay. Paul Spindler says, any hopes for a Dark Knight Rises Catwoman bust?
I know that there's another company.
Good question, John. Good question, John. I'll ask that as well.
I've not seen any plans on our side, but hopefully, we have another Catwoman statue on the way, so we're going to work on that first and then just see how it goes.
Yeah, you guys teased the silhouette as part of your logo, which I thought was really creative. That was neat.
Yeah, we teased that a few months back, and then hopefully we can show something soon.
Will that be third scale?
I think so, yeah. I can't remember off the top of my head. I think it should be third scale.
Because I know in the promo you mentioned the Dark Knight. Of course, I have the Joker right back here, which is absolutely incredible. It's one of my favorite pieces in my collection. And I saw that you guys were going to, maybe continue that line a little bit. Is there other things in the works, maybe?
Yeah, so we have the 1-3 Christian Bale, and it's got the different head sculpt. It's got the cowl head sculpt, and then the one with the rooted hair, and then the sculpted hair. That should be shipping. I think it was in the shipping schedule. And then in the teaser, we did mention the quarter scale Dark Knight Batman, because we do have the quarter scale Joker that we released in November or December time.
Can you give us any teasers on what it might look like or what the pose might be?
I've not seen it. I've seen a lot of the concepts, but not that one. So if I could, I would.
Well, I have that one on pre-order. I'm very, very excited. It's the pose I've always wanted for my Joker. Of course, I love this one, but I just always wanted that the grenade scene. So I'm so glad. And man, the head sculpt on that is just insane.
Yeah, the videos. The hardest thing for us is, like you guys mentioned, that when you do your reviews, how do you get across how detailed and cool it looks? So that video we should have released months ago, but we've had about 3 or 4 attempts to try and get it right and get everything, the detail as close as possible, because up close it looks incredible. It's really, really cool.
I do. Wow. And he's talking about, they just released a promo video on Friday, I think. Friday, or maybe yesterday.
Saturday, yeah.
Saturday. And it does. It captures it the best I think I've seen so far. It was a really good video. So definitely check out Queen Studios' YouTube page and subscribe when you're there if you would. For me, that would be awesome. And I have to ask for me personally too, is there any Two-Face in the works? Is there any potential there for a Dark Knight Two-Face?
I've not seen anything Two-Face, but I can say there will be some more characters from the Dark Knight series. So that's all I can say.
Okay, well that's very, very exciting. I know a lot of collectors really love that line and love those movies. Bill Daly says, how about some Lord of the Rings in the future? Any chance that might be looked into?
Yeah, so like we mentioned before, that's one of our new licenses, and we did a bit of a teaser a few months back where we listed loads of our products that we'll release in the first quarter of this year. So we will have a Lord of the Rings. I think it will be a bus. Is it called the Balrog? I'm not sure the pronunciation.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That should be on the way.
That's exciting. I think a lot of Lord of the Ring fans are now drooling, so that would be awesome.
You guys have any other questions, John? You're asking great questions, man.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure what scale it is yet, because like with our Transformers, we call it the human-sized bus, which we scaled down. That's huge. So I'm not
I think one of the most obvious questions is, hey, when can we get reveals for these new things?
Like your Thanos and those Transformers.
Like the Scarlet Witch, the Wanda, the Vision, Superman, Batman Who Laughs. When can we see these things? Like, come on.
Just an incredible piece. I have a question for you on that, just because I was curious. That piece was fully sculpted as opposed to silicone like the original release. How was that decision made?
So after we released the silicone one a few years ago, I think it's 2018 we released that, a lot of people were saying it'd be cool if we could have the gauntlet. So from then we thought we should do something. But a lot of people also said don't do the same character twice so close together. So instead we decided to change the material and the size. So instead of just the torso, we went for the full half body. It's massive, but it does look impressive.
I've noticed most of your busts, like the incredible Joaquin Phoenix Joker, which I'm considering getting for my collection. I still am tossing it around. Most of your busts are kind of like the shoulder look. You know, it doesn't have those extra arms and things. Do you guys plan on going more of the arm route, or do you consider mostly going still just that torso look?
I think the torso's better. That's better.
I think it depends on the character and what they're going for. For the Joker 2019 boss, one of the key things we wanted to get across was the creative base, something really different. So just keep it quite minimalist on top, capture the character, and then create a base that's inspired by the whole movie. So that's what we went for with that one. It just depends on each one.
I was just going to say that base is probably the most creative thing I've ever seen. Like, it was just what an incredible Easter egg on that thing. It just was very, very well done. Let's see. We have another question here. When will you reveal the half-scale Captain America and half Iron Man Mark 85?
I can't say when, but I can say that half-scale Captain America will be available in the US, and in China, Hong Kong, Taiwan, Korea.
Well, you have a lot of fans excited about that, I guarantee you. That's very, very cool. That's awesome. Let's see, Armand that says, any Alita update?
Yeah, so Alita, she's ready now, going through QC, and will be shipping in batches after Chinese New Year. So in China, most things close down around this time. They'll close down for about a month because people just stay in the factory all year round. So we'll close down for about a month, and then after we get back, we'll continue with QC and then start to ship. But again, she looks really good. We're just trying to get the videos that capture how good she looks, because when we've shared stuff before, people say, oh, it doesn't look like it. But she does look good. People have seen it. It's good. It's just capturing it on video.
I saw some recent pictures of her, and I think she looks outstanding. Very, very realistic. Of course, us collectors, like Chinese New Year is our worst time of the year because we know we're not going to get anything in for that during that time. So I'm glad that they got a holiday, but it's just kind of funny that we're always like, oh, Chinese New Year, we know we're not going to get any statues in, which is pretty funny. But Martin's asking about when we will see more of the Hulk on Throne. Anything about that?
Next few days. Yeah.
So Hulk on Throne.
It's sort of the gladiator style, and he's on the throne. So if you go and look through some comic book covers, you'll see the concept of that. I'm not going to say which one, but yeah, it should be in the next few days.
I love that you guys are inspired by the comic book cover. So I love that. I love the companies that are, bringing the art from the wall or art from the pages to the 3D statues. Like, I just absolutely love that. So that's awesome. Ro Moreno, our friend, says, will we get it here? He would like to see a 1/3 scale Dark Knight Rises Bane with a coat. And I know that maybe could be a possibility. Maybe we'll see. You did mention there might be some more characters coming, so that's great.
Maybe. Hope so.
We had a $2 super chat. Thank you very much from 2012 DGOD. And he's asking about the half-scale movie Wonder Woman. Can you give us any updates?
So far, it should be in the next few months again.
John says we'd really like to see Hulk on Throne. Yeah, I didn't even know they had a Hulk on Throne coming, so I'm really excited about that. Really excited about that.
Is that these characters are so iconic that anything less than 90-95%, we're not ready to show it because yeah, we want to get the best as possible. So if it takes a bit longer, we'll take the time with it. We know people are a little bit, they want it now, but we want to just make sure it's the best we can do.
Yeah. I always preach patience on my channel. It's so important. And I forget it all the time too, but it's so important that we're patient about these things because we know that you want it to be the best product possible, and we want it to be the best product possible. Of course, we wanted it yesterday, but you know, I do respect that to make sure it's right. That's fantastic. Richard is asking, is there any chance for 1/4 scale statues from the Snyder Cut?
That's a good question.
Not just yet. Hopefully, again, in the future, if that's what people want, what we'll do is we'll listen to the community, we'll try and set some polls, and if we can show the art director that this is what we should be doing, we'll say to him, let's try this. But so far, not at the moment.
All right, there you go. I want to give a shout out to Extreme Collectibles. Thank you for being here. That's awesome. Thank you. And of course, we have to go to Arch. Of course, Arch is famous on our channel. He says, "Does John collect? And if so, what?"
Not at the moment. I don't have the money, but hopefully in the future. It's an expensive hobby, so I used to collect a lot of wine, and I do have a few figures at work. So I don't know if you guys know Shaun of the Dead.
Yeah. Yes.
The zombie. I forgot his name now. So Sean's best friend, he becomes a zombie. I've got that figure. Well, I want to collect, so hopefully in the future, maybe you guys can recommend something for me.
Oh, we could definitely recommend something between this group of people right here. And that means everybody go out and buy Queen Studios products so John can start collecting some stuff. There you go. Try to line your wallet a little bit. Paula, who's a Brotherhood of the Bat member, thank you, Paula. Recent member. John, what Batman villains are you willing to bring us and when? Do you have any? Can you give us any maybe teasers? Joker, maybe.
So is that for comic or for the movie?
Let's do both.
So of course the Joker is one of the most popular characters. So there will be a few more pieces from there. Maybe comic book, maybe from the movies as well. And again, from the Dark Knight, there's a few more villains we're going to look at. So hopefully, yes.
Did I see that the Joker is maybe going to be a life-size Joker bust? Comic books?
Possibly.
Okay.
I don't want to say too much, but yeah.
Okay. I thought I saw maybe a teaser somewhere, but maybe I was looking at something else. But that's just that the possibility is very exciting.
Yeah, it could have been. I don't know what we do have a packed schedule this year, so the main reason for that is last year we lost a lot of time in the first half of the year. So what we're doing is trying to catch up a little bit this year with what we should have released last year.
Yeah, let's just keep hoping and praying that 2021 is better than 2020. That's for sure. But it's still been an exciting time to collect. That's for sure. Jimothy, I think it's Jimothy says, could we see Queen Studios doing the Fantastic Four and relating characters, comic or movie versions, as they're confirmed to be coming to the big screen in the future? Any chance of that?
Yeah. When's the movies? Have they announced that yet? Or
I think that's kind of where they're going for that MCU. That they're going to kind of, I think maybe the next phase, right? I think is what I've heard.
Yeah, they released a lot of news, so I know we're going to try and get some more characters around the same time as the movie, or the TV shows. So we'll look into it. At the moment, I've not seen any plans for that.
Okay. Vincent says, will there be any Avengers companion pieces for the Endgame Thanos?
Possibly.
Wow.
Sorry, guys. Give me 1 second here.
Yeah, so, if he says possibly, that's a possibility. I like it.
Give me 1 second, guys.
So, I just want to say as well, we will try and do more things like this throughout the year, so I don't want to tell everyone all our plans today.
Yeah.
Hopefully we can tease it out a little bit more.
That's right. And, us collectors, I have said before that we really love the tease. Like, we love knowing kind of what might be coming or what the possibilities of things coming, because it helps us plan out our collections, which is very important. But we just love, even if it's just a little bit of a render or something, we love those little things. So I just appreciate you giving us little breadcrumbs so we can whet our appetite. That's awesome.
I forgot what he said.
Also, join the Queen Studios Collectors group. So this year we have more plans to engage with collectors in there directly, share some more teasers, mainly in the group. So the main page we share some news and updates, but in the group we want to have more interaction and discussions like this, hopefully. So check the group for updates.
That's awesome. Okay. Ro asks, when is Neo PO coming out?
I think the Neo should be a quarter scale, and we have some other Neo characters in the works, so scales, let's say. I think in the first or second quarter of this year, so we're probably more second quarter, I think.
That's very exciting news. El Loco 1527 says the characters that were shown, like Thor, Black Widow, WandaVision, etc., are they all 1/4 scale or are they the life-size bust?
So Vision is the life-size bust.
Oh,
We shared the Vision bust a year ago.
Yeah.
And a lot of people were asking about the cape. So we've gone back, we've had a look at that, and we're going to re-release it. Even though we didn't actually start the video, we're going to bring it out again and show the updates. So Vision will be the bust. The others, I can't say the scale yet. Hopefully you guys can leave some comments or pester us on Facebook and ask, and then we'll release that slowly.
Well, I know a lot of people have asked, that I've seen, they would really like a Scarlett Johansson Black Widow life-size bust. That would be something that very many people would be interested in. I think that would be a very good seller for you, if I could say so.
But I can tell you that we won't be able to make that. We've asked Disney about the busts for the female characters, and they just don't want to go there. I know that Warner Brothers and DC, they don't mind, but Disney, I don't think it's going to happen.
Wow.
That's breaking news. That does suck. But there are definitely some great DC females as well. So that would be, that your Wonder Woman that we're going to talk about here is just incredible. So that does stink. But I always feel like Warner Brothers is like, yeah, do whatever, which is great.
Disney and their agendas.
Yeah, that's right. And believe me, we love Disney. George and I love Disney for sure. I know Jeff loves Disney. I know the other guys do too. So, but that's it's still exciting that we might get some other versions of her. So that's great. Let's see. Astronomer's World says, will you do an Avengers or X-Men line of?
here we go, John.
That'd be interesting.
X-Men, we'd like to. So if people look through our history, at the Queen Studios, we did a little bit of fan work a few years ago. Yeah, so hopefully we'd like to bring some licensed pieces to collectors, but again, it just takes time. We're working on stuff that we had planned last year, so hopefully X-Men in the future.
That'd be awesome. I know a lot of fans would be very, very interested in that. I have a lot of X-Men collectors in the community. Matt, who's a Brotherhood of the Bat member, thank you, Matt. He says, are you guys planning on any of the Suicide Squad pieces, like Harley Quinn, movie or comic versions? I know that new version of Suicide Squad will be out sometime this year. Any plans to go there?
So our license does go to Suicide Squad, but I've not seen much from there just yet. I know that another one of our competitors is working on a Harley Quinn bust, so there's no point in doing the same thing just yet, so we'll see what happens.
Okay, very good. John's asking, will you ever sell your items on Sideshow?
There you go.
You guys would like
Oh, we asked that same question.
Of course, our goal is to just make them our collectibles as accessible as possible. And we have approached Sideshow a few times, but then COVID hit and we've sort of lost connection along the way. So sometimes there's always behind the scenes stuff we're working on. It's not always easy to get those partnerships for whatever reasons. But we'd like to just get our collectibles to the US and different countries as easy as possible. So if we can, we will.
Do you guys have a website?
Pardon?
Do you guys have a website that we could buy from if we wanted to, like for the stuff that is available for US?
Yeah, so at the moment we have our own website, queenstudios.shop, but some of the items are limited. So we have the Elita bust could be bought directly from our website, and fulfillment will be through our partners, so keep the shipping costs down. Yeah, at the moment, for the US license, we will be able to buy directly from our website, and hopefully we can set up some payment plans and different payment options to, again, make it easier for people.
Well,
That's
great
good.
news for
That's very
collectors.
cool.
To make it as easy for you and as easy for us to order. Speaking of your website, JW is asking, would there be any sort of plans to start a loyalty program on your website with member discounts? And what kind of distribution channels will products be available? Physical stores, websites, etc. Do you guys have any of that in the works?
Yes, so the VIP, well, in China they call it like the VIP program, but it's a loyalty program. We are working on that now. There's a few different softwares we can use. We just need to work through the process and figure out what kind of benefits we can offer. So yeah, that's in the works. In terms of where to get them, we'll be working with ECC, that company. So ECC is owned by Astroknomer, and they'll help us bring the buses over to the US. And we also have partners in Southeast Asia. And hopefully we can, in China we'll have a store where we're going to display our bus. Hopefully in other countries we can do the same. And last year we were supposed to go to San Diego Comic-Con, but that was cancelled. So hopefully we can bring more of our buses over whenever the world returns back to normal, and then you guys can come see it.
Well, that would be amazing.
That would be cool.
I'm always so jealous of your stores over there. You guys have these amazing collectible stores. That we don't have anything like that in the United States. So we have comic book stores, but usually there's some, small scale stuff, and so the idea of having a display like that would be really cool to be able to visit someday. That would be really neat. Speaking of displays, we have another question.
I think that's pretty much both of your questions, John. I think, right?
Thor's hammer, Nano Gauntlet. So I know you guys have done like the Wonder Woman helmet and the shield and stuff. Is there any plans to make more of like the props type things?
Not for Marvel, but for DC and for other Warner Brothers licenses, we're hoping to bring out some more props. So today we teased the Batman cowl, and we'll have some more stuff in the works. It also depends on what kind of stuff we can export as well. I'm not sure. Like the ink gauntlet should be a problem, but sort of like the weapons and stuff, we're not sure what we can do. So we'll look into that, and hopefully we can announce multiple props.
Is the cowl wearable?
I don't know what material it is yet, but the Wonder Woman helmet, that's wearable. We don't recommend it, but you can wear it.
There's definitely gonna be people some wearing it. I'm sure they, same with like the Loki helmet and things like that. Is there a certain cowl that it's going to be? Is it going to be comic book based or movie based cowl?
It should be the Dark Knight, but I'm not sure which movie it's based on.
Is there a possibility, if it does well, that maybe it could be like a line of cowls, like from Batman Begins and some or Batman Returns, or some of the '89 Batman, 89 Batman cowl?
Hopefully. I know a lot of people have asked about the '89 Batman. I don't think we can do that. It's we'd love to, but it's a bit more challenging with the license. So we'll focus more on Dark Knight and maybe the new Batman and see how it goes.
Well, I know it's impossible, and I know we've talked about it before, but I still want a Nicholson Joker so bad, and I've heard I've heard $1 million plus for his likeness. So I don't know exactly. I'm sure it's probably more now, but I've just heard it's crazy to get that. But I know it's impossible to get. I'm just gonna throw.
What other questions can we ask, man? I mean, they're not really giving us. They haven't really given us. Haven't really given us any any.
They
haven't really given us any real. Any real. Excuse me. Any real stuff they've told us that they're going to be doing some characters, Vision, Scarlet Witch, Black Widow, etc. Batman Who Laughs, but I mean, I guess that's cool. But I mean, I kind of want to see. Some stuff though.
Is there anything in that realm that you guys might be interested in? I know that license is probably a little older now.
Because for me personally, I'm really interested in 1/4 scale Marvel DC, right? Preferably Avengers, Justice League, and X-Men. So for me personally, if it's outside of that,
Control says life-size green bus was great idea.
today I probably won't collect it today. Reason being is because I just don't have space for stuff. Like I just don't have space.
Portrait. Would that even be a possibility, or since you've already done
I just don't have space. So
As I mentioned a little bit,
we'll see. Let me
the
turn
main issue is the
let me turn this back up and let's see what else they're asking.
the helmet version.
Right.
Okay. Yep. Very good.
Yeah, John. Like
Lazy Lover is asking about.
yeah, John. That's what I'm saying, man. Show us some prototypes, man. Like show us, like let us see something. Like you guys told us that we would have a event in January, which obviously got pushed back for whatever reason. Things happen, especially that's one thing we've had to learn in COVID. Like things happen, like things change, and so I'm not mad at that. But what I'm saying is, and I do think they're doing a good job of. I do think they're doing a good job right now of kind of giving us snacks and giving us little bits and bites to keep us satisfied. But I feel like if they really wanted to make sure we were good for another month or however long it's going to be until the next event, just give us a render or something, or let's say if they have 20 statues in the tug, give us 2, even if it's just renders, 2 that you're ready for, like 2 that's ready, just give us 2. And then you can give us the rest at the real event, Um,
Give your ideas in that group, share them, comment, interact. That's what it's all about. They're very much willing to listen. So if he says do it, I would recommend doing it.
but I will say this,
Abilities of the Swan license.
I do appreciate the effort here, but I feel like I'm going to get hungry again quickly. And then, John, you kind of said it earlier. I mean, I feel like we probably won't have the event until probably March or April. Reason being is because they're about to go. They're at Chinese New Year at this point, right? And since they're at Chinese New Year at this point, it's like, okay, they're trying to do QA, make sure that things are looking the way they're supposed to before they record videos and do the event, which is good, which makes a lot of sense. But then also too, if we're talking about March, or if we're talking, let's just say April, if we're talking about April, May, June, July, I mean 3 more months we have Comic-Con, if there's going to be a Comic-Con. So I don't know, I doubt it's going to be another Comic-Con, but let's just say I doubt it'll be another Comic-Con this year. But yeah, well, we might see it. Okay. Since I doubt there'll be another Comic-Con, but let's just say there won't be, right? Since there won't be another Comic-Con, we probably will get this event, but it probably won't get until April because Chinese New Year, they gotta get back, do QA, make sure everything's what he said above 95%, and then once they're then above 95%, then shoot the videos for all the pieces, make the actual video for the con thingy, and then put it out, right? And then schedule it and do it, right? So I'm thinking April, maybe May. I don't know. We'll see. John says 2 years without Comic-Con. Yeah, that's insane, right? That's unheard of, right? 2 years without Comic-Con. Yeah, I doubt they have. I doubt they'll do. Excuse me. I doubt they'll do Comic-Con this year. Reason being is because if you think about Comic-Con, I mean, I feel like if they were going to do Comic-Con, things would have been opening up, like large events, large things, like right now. And it's not happening right now. So I doubt that in July we'll be up and running. I doubt it. I do think that we could. That's a whole different topic. Anyway.
He says, any chance for a Dark Knight Batman on Batpod in 1/4 scale? That would be pretty awesome.
That would be cool. Again, we can send some concepts and then put it in a group, get a lot of people interacting. I hope we can convince the art director. At the moment, we don't have that in our plan, but hopefully we can do in the future.
That's awesome. That'd be, man, 1/4 scale, that'd be just insane. That'd be awesome. We have another question about this
It's a
one
lot
on
of
the
it's a lot of
TGI
questions.
Afro line. I know the first one is already shipping. Yeah, I've already seen some reviews on that. Will there be any more from that line?
Yeah, so in the video that we shared a while ago, that was the products that are shipping now, and that statue is mainly popular in Asia. The most sales are in Asia at the moment, so we will release some more, and then hopefully some more fans. That's internationally licensed
That's
as well.
fine.
So yeah, if people are happy, we can then carry on to bring that to market. But so far, it's just popular in Taiwan, Hong Kong, and China.
Awesome. Very cool. I want to thank the 271 people watching right now. That's awesome, guys. Make sure you hit the like button. Thank you so very much. If we get over 300, I'm going to give a statue away on the next Rose Gallery. So let's see if we can get up to 300. That'd be awesome. Archangel asks, question for John. Is it harder to make and get approved a movie bust over a comic version of it?
Movie. The reason why it has to go to the actor.
Yeah, I agree, John. At least show something in the early stages. I
And the
agree.
Spider-Man bust that's on the way. They all have to be approved.
Get us excited, man.
Say about the Wonder Woman bust, you guys think?
Can you say it again?
What did Gal Gadot? I can't pronounce her last name, but the Wonder Woman. What did she say about it when she saw the bust?
Well, I don't know. I wish we could actually.
I should film that. That would be cool.
Yeah, you didn't get to go to her house and talk to her?
I mean, obviously she would have seen it all overline, but I mean, that'd be kind of cool to get the reaction of the actors seeing their likeness. That'd be dope. Show that.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the way it's worked out, I think it has to go to like their lawyers and different people, and then they just sign it off. But I don't know how that works. But we never get the. It'd be the dream to show them and speak to them about it. But
I would need a restraining order, I think.
That
I
was
would never leave.
that was actually one of my questions. So the actor or the actress isn't like throughout the process saying, no, my mouth doesn't look like that, or yes, it does. It's more of like, no, that's no good, or yes, it's approved.
So usually we'll get that sort of feedback from the studio. So with Marvel, they'll say, "Oh, change this, change that," and then the act will have the final sign off. By then, it's usually pretty accurate. But yeah, so we don't get any direct interaction. But I do know that after the Joker bust was shown last year, Todd Phillips reached out on Instagram and said it looked amazing. So hopefully we can send him a bust, and at least that's the closest we get to the team.
Well, that is just absolutely amazing. And again, that bust is just insane how good it is. It's just,
John says,
do you have
are any of the life-size busts of the actors given as a gift to the actor? I think he kind of just answered that as you asked that.
It's all spread out. So in our office we have.
Yeah, I think he kind of just said. I think he kind of just said that as you typed that out, John. I think what he was saying was, no, they don't do that, but they want. I guess they want to do that in the future. I think that's what he said.
All of our artists are Chinese, so they can't always explain what their vision or they just don't have the language.
Right.
So hopefully we can translate that, or speak on their behalf and share some news directly from the artist. But predominantly the 3D artists are in house, and then we have our own workshop for silicon, and we've just acquired our own workshop for polystone in the south of China. So yeah, it's all done in house at the moment, and we do have some freelancers that we work with online. So the new Tom Holland head sculpt for the Captain America Civil War, we teamed up with a Korean artist to do that. And then for the Batman Dark Knight Joker, that we're working with an artist that's quite famous in China called Viper. He's very famous here. But overseas, he's not well known, but hopefully when more people see his work, that would be cool.
So we talked about that on Thursday when we were discussing the show. That whenever I first saw that Joker head sculpt, I didn't really understand the price difference. But then knowing everybody's like, oh, it was done by the actual artist. It's done by Viper. It was actually done. The hair's done by him. The paint. And so that's very exciting. And like you said, once we get to know the artist, I think that's going to make us want, you talk about like a Daniel Bell piece, like everybody knows that name, so they're more willing to say, oh, this is such a great sculpt, this is such a great artist. I personally love getting to know the artist because I have an art background. I know George has an art background. We really, I think we really appreciate that behind the scenes stuff. I know not everybody does, but that's part of the thing I love. I like to understand the artist and understand their process and all that stuff. So knowing that's maybe in the works, that's very exciting for me. That's very, very cool.
Now I just want a piece by Viper because the name sounds cool.
Yeah, it is. That's right. Born at the Crossroads asks, any interest in obtaining a John Wick movie license? Very popular license.
Yeah, there is interest. Keanu Reeves is very popular
Let's see.
out here, so
John says at least show something in early stages. I agree, man.
he's pretty cool, Keanu Reeves. So hopefully we can do some more of his work and more statues in his likeness.
Very, very awesome. I know a lot of people would be very excited. Jonathan Walk says, are there any more plans on doing any more Joker 2019 stuff besides the bust and the mirror room 1/3 scale? Is there anything else maybe in the works there?
Yeah. So hopefully in a few, hopefully by.
John says I got a combat background. That was funny.
We're working on something right now. We don't want to say what, but it's going to be very cool. It looks. I've seen like the early sculpt. It looks awesome, but I can't say just yet.
Okay. We have a question about 6 scale statues. Is that anything that you guys might potentially go there, or are you going to focus on the stuff that you're doing now?
At the moment, quarter scale is quite popular, third scale is quite popular. It just depends on what license we can get. So maybe 6 scale for something else, but not for the Marvel or DC.
Okay. This is a good question. I know you've done a lot of the like the life-size Iron Man and things like that. Is there any possibility of going like a life-size Jared Leto Joker or a Heath Ledger Joker full size? That'd be pretty incredible. Have you guys thought about doing something like that?
Full size statue.
Yeah, full size. I mean, like a full-size statue, basically with the cut and sew elements and the silicone heads. Would that be a possibility?
It's possible. I know that we do have some more life-size statues in the works, and some of them might be silicone head. So we'll just have to see. In our office, we do have a prototype of full 1-to-1 scale Heath Ledger Joker, but that's just for the office. That's just for us right now. But hopefully in the future, we can bring something like that to the collectors.
That would be incredible. That'd be something that I would buy. I would buy a life-size Heath Ledger. That would be incredible. And thank you for showing me that the other day. That was really cool to see the behind the scenes. But that would be, I could see a lot of people being interested in that. That'd be really cool. John's asking about a possibility of like some dioramas, like a Batman versus Joker 4 scale. Would that be something you guys would be interested in doing possibly?
Yeah. There's, I think with like DC and Marvel, with the body of work they've got, we could do almost anything. Just a case of.
I don't know, man. Do we have any more questions?
What someone else has already done.
I think they're kind of just asking, hey, are you guys gonna do this? Are you guys gonna do that? Do you have plans for this? Do you have plans for that? Do you have plans for this? Do you have plans for that?
That's the kind of thing we'd want to see.
I mean, they kind of.
We can then go to.
My questions. I don't really have any more questions.
Awesome. Anthony's asking about a comic Thanos Starlin version on Throne. Would anything like that be possible in some comic book versions?
It's possible. There's nothing in the plans just yet, but there will be some more comic book Marvel quarter scale on the way.
Very cool, very exciting. I know a lot of collectors love their Thanos. Let's see, Final Fantasy. Any chance of going there? Some game stuff?
Some game stuff. Yeah, that's gaming's big over in China, so hopefully, yeah. At the moment, we're sticking to movies and comics, but hopefully games in the future.
Okay. Nick is asking about maybe some Marvel cosmic stuff like Nova, Silver Surfer, Guardians of the Galaxy.
Ooh, great question.
Would you guys like to go that route?
Guardians of the Galaxy, there could be a few things on the way from that, but it wouldn't be comic, it'd be from the movie.
Those movies are awesome. Really, it's still popular. I know they're doing the 3rd one here soon, so that's very exciting. Let's see. Somebody's asking about a 1/4 Batman Bale Dark Knight. A Christopher Reeve Super Bale would be great. Wow, that would be great.
Yeah, so the
Excuse
full
me.
scale will be the Bale Batman, but I don't know from which movie yet. probably it probably will have the Powell head sculpt and the full baseliners, but I don't know. We'll have to see.
Be awesome. John's asking about NBA is huge in China. Would you ever make a bust of players? Would you ever try to go to some sports collectibles? That's a good question.
So we're actually asking about this now. We are looking into it, but I don't know what you guys think on sports like the NBA. Would you think that would be popular?
Jordan. Still popular.
Yeah. If it's certain players, I think that it could do very well. I mean, maybe not for like our nerdy, geeky comic book group, but I think if it was introduced properly, I could see a lot of people. Because I know some people. There's a lot of collectors, especially the life-size bust people. They don't just collect the movie stuff. They collect other, from other genres of entertainment. So I could see that for sure, especially Jordan, like George said.
Jordan, Kobe Bryant.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I can see sports bars being interested in displaying those.
Yeah.
Well, it's something we are interested in because basketball's huge over here, and obviously huge in the US. But I think Jordan, the license fees alone would bankrupt the company. So I'm not sure if they do that.
Yeah, I could see that for sure. Oh my gosh! But like I could see like the NBA experience. It's still out in Disney Springs, right, George?
Yeah, it is.
Like something like that would be awesome in a place like that. That'd be really cool. Any chance on any horror characters? You guys thought about any?
Yeah, they're asking pretty much the same questions. Hey, are you guys gonna do something like this? Are you guys trying to do this? Are you guys,
So in his
you know,
office,
it's like
walls are covered in it. There's statues everywhere. from that
I
job.
care about DC,
And the
Marvel,
moment
X-Men.
DC
That's what I'm
do a
on.
pretty great job of what they're
But I know
doing,
there's a
so
lot of people who want to know if
on that right now.
a lot of people collect a lot of
I
different
think
things.
that's one
So
thing we really want to do. So hopefully in the future we can work on some horror movies.
That'd be cool. Here's somebody's asking about the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles license. That could be pretty popular as well. It's still very popular here.
Yeah, so far not no plans just yet, but it'd be cool. I'd like to do like the older stuff, like either the older cartoons or the movies from back in the day. I can't remember when they came out, maybe the 90s. That would be.
John says still not showing anything.
Lucy Lover's asking
Yeah,
about
man.
He-Man. I know that there's been some companies like Tweeterhead that's revisiting some of
Yeah,
those
man.
now, and I know there's a lot of.
Still not showing anything, man. To be honest with you, John, I don't think they're gonna show anything, man. I've lost faith, man. I've lost faith. I think they're just here to just, they showed the video at the top of the show, and now they're just answering questions. And I think it's, a lot of the questions that are coming in are, are you guys gonna do this license? Are you guys gonna do this license? Are you guys planning on doing this? Are you guys planning on doing that? But I mean, they've kind of already given us what they are focusing on right now. So, I mean, his answers is pretty similar for every other thing. We'll see. If enough people say something about it, we'll look into it. But people like what they like. So,
Yeah, I mean, there's
dang, I
there's
just
not a
had a
big,
question.
There's not a big availability for these high-end type things for those films. So, you would definitely stand out.
I forgot my question.
So that'd be really cool. I think a lot of people would really like those. And I think the more movie busts you put out, I think the more collectors are going to want to start going that route because they're so lifelike, they're so incredible.
Yeah, I think with that kind of stuff, we have to go to the US or Europe. So we need to build our fan base in the US and Europe first, and then hopefully we can bring more stuff just for those markets. I think also, I don't know if you guys watch Cobra Kai.
Oh, I love Cobra Kai. I love it.
That's great.
I think the timing now would be awesome for that, but we just have to look into it. I think that kind of nostalgia stuff would be awesome, but just we need to make sure that the demand's there because there's a lot of time investment to create these statues and busts. And if the demand's not there, then we waste not only the money but the time. So we could have made something that other people wanted. So you just have to see the demand.
Yeah, well, I know all of us guys with all the gray hair in our beards, which I see a few of us in the chat here tonight. I know we're very interested in that '80s stuff, so that's very very cool. And Cobra Kai, I love that show. It's awesome.
I gotta ask this, but Seth is in the chat. He's asking about it. But he's like, if you're gonna go in the '80s, you gotta do a Chuck Norris. It's his birthday, so he's asking about it.
Happy
Norris.
birthday, Steph. Happy birthday.
Chuck Norris would be cool against Bruce Lee if we could do that.
Oh, that'd be awesome. That would be awesome.
Yeah, we did look into the Bruce Lee license, and obviously another company's done that now. But yeah, in the future,
John says Prime One showed us a ton of stuff and opened the door what to look for in the months ahead. Yeah, I agree.
Company a couple of times. Does it drive you guys to like try to one up each other and say, I want to try to make this even better? Like, is there a sense of obviously you guys are very both passionate about.
I agree.
Creating. Does that drive you?
They
guys?
gave us.
Yeah. So right now, I think that there's.
I mean, jeez, Prime One, man, they're best. They won Statue Company of the Year 2020. I don't know, man. Can they double it up? Can they go 2021 as well? We'll see. It's only January, so we'll see.
The upper echelon. So
Yes.
good drivers. There's two things. Well, maybe three things. First, we love collecting here at the company. Everyone collects, so they just want to make the best possible. The second is what people, the collectors, the fans, whatever the comments are, we read them all the time, and we're always looking to improve. And the third is the competition that drives you. I think people get lazy if there's no competition, so it's good.
Yeah, John. Yeah, now we just have to sit and wonder, oh, what is it going to look like?
For example, a few weeks ago, I don't know how it happened, but all three companies are bringing the Joker out at the same time.
It was crazy.
It's a bit of a nightmare because we've been working on it, and then you see, oh, they're doing it as well. But that competition does spur you on and makes things more exciting. So it is cool. If it was just us, obviously it would be still exciting, but there's a bit of a buzz when you compete.
Yeah. Well, I bought 2 of the 3 Jokers that was revealed, so I really enjoyed that week. That was incredible, and I cannot wait to own the 4-scale Joker. It's just incredible. And speaking of the Joker, Archangel says, BFC gets a life-size Joker. I bet he puts his wife on the couch at night. No, I would be on the couch at night. I want to make sure that's perfectly clear. Ryan says, can you give us a hint of the Captain America movie outfit? Age of Ultron, Winter Soldier, can you give us any teasers?
It won't be either of those two. It will be from one of the Avengers. The later ones, either Infinity War or Endgame, but I'm not sure which one. So it won't be Age of Ultron at all.
Okay. Mamo says, I'm just joining, I apologize, but will the Mark 50 bus be shipped out by the end of January?
John says makes it hard to plan ahead on who to buy from and what to buy.
The big delays last.
John, thank you so much. This is exactly what I was thinking. It makes it hard to it makes it hard to really know, oh, it makes it hard to know, like, who to buy from and what to buy,
We'll speak to the customers and the collectors, and we'll make sure we find out what the solution is, and we'll look into it. We know that this criticism is important, so we are listening and we will improve.
Well, an example of that is the life-size Batman bust. Some people didn't think the eyes were quite right, or they kind of were buggy. You guys fixed it. I mean, which is just incredible. And you did it at like record speed. So, again, I tip my hat that you're willing to listen to that feedback and that criticism. Because I think some people, they don't like the criticism. They're like, they don't want to hear it. It's just they don't care, or they're insulted maybe by it. But like, I feel like the collectors speak. We're the ones spending all this money on these amazing collectibles. So that you being willing to say, okay, hey, we'll fix it. We'll do this. We'll tweak it. We'll change this and that. Again, I just think that's incredible. Don't ever change. Don't ever change that, because that means a lot to us collectors.
Yeah, we know that our busts in particular are expensive. So $1,000 up to $3,000, and especially in like the climate right now, with who knows what's going to be, the world's going to be like in another year's time, people losing their job, and we know that a lot of people put a lot of hard cash into buying them. So the reason why shipping takes time, so the Wonder Woman is behind schedule, but silicon is very difficult to work with. So if we rush it and we get something out to you that's substandard, then that's going to cause issues. So we have to take the time. We have to get everything right. So if there's a delay, we do apologize, but we'd rather take a little bit longer and get something that's perfect or almost perfect.
Yeah, well, I was just going to say, it's your reputation on the line. So it's like, you guys are still trying to establish, like you said, you're a pretty new company. And, the fact that you've already kind of skyrocketed and been able to produce these amazing things, again, this is just incredible. It's just an incredible piece of art. And so, I tip my hat for you guys being patient and wanting to make it perfect. That's just awesome. Eddie's asking about a Black Panther Civil War quarter scale statue. Is there any possibility for a Black Panther?
Yeah, there is more plans for all of the Avengers in quarter scale, but when and what pose, I'm not sure. Hopefully we can announce something in the second or third quarter of this year.
Okay. Daniel is asking about maybe art prints. Is that anything that's maybe on your radar?
That's a valid question.
Started recently?
Not as such, not just yet, but hopefully, yeah, we've been around this is our 3rd year, so we don't want to run before we can walk. So hopefully once we can grow, scale the company, reach more people, then we can start thinking about different collectibles. Hopefully we can in the future.
That's awesome. Somebody's born at Crossroads says a Muhammad Ali bust would be incredible. That would be awesome.
Yeah. To be honest, I'd love some more boxing stuff, some more stuff like that. Maybe a Tyson, something like Ali. That would be awesome. But again, it all comes down to, is the demand there? Can we get the license, and how much does that cost?
Speaking of expensive licenses, how about Indiana Jones? That would be incredible.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Hopefully, it'd be cool. Something with Harrison Ford. I don't know if it could do something Harrison Ford from Star Wars or from Indiana Jones. That would be cool. But again, we'd have to see. I don't know. It's very difficult. The older actors seem to be harder to get the licenses for.
Yeah, I know. Like early on Sideshow, when I first started collecting, there was a couple of Indiana Jones pieces. I even owned one from the second film, which was really great, and the likenesses were pretty darn good. But I haven't really seen too much as of late. I think there was a Sideshow premium format, I think, but that'd be really incredible. A life-size bust. That'd be really awesome. Let's see. Another question. Again, everybody say hi, happy birthday to Seth. Happy birthday to him. That's awesome. Somebody's asking about an 80s Gremlins. That'd be pretty awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, at the moment, I just saw Clint Eastwood as well. That'd be cool. Like, some Clint Eastwood, some old Western movies, any like 80s horror. We'd love to do that. It's just a matter of time.
Yeah. Astronomer's World asked if there's any plans to work with freelance sculptors here in the United States.
Yeah, we'd love to. At the moment, we are like reaching out to different people. So there's a website. I don't know if you guys are familiar with ArtStation.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah. So we look out for different people that we'd like to work with on certain projects on ArtStation, and then hopefully we can have some more collaborations with international artists.
That'd be really awesome. That'd be really cool. There's so much talent out there. It's just incredible. Archangel is asking, have you tried to do any busts that the actors wouldn't approve?
So usually, the company's quite like creative, and in China, usually people like to try first and then ask later. So we have tried a few different things, just as prototypes, and then if we're confident we can do it, then we'll ask the studio. So we've started on it, but we won't release anything until we get that approval.
Okay. ATV Racer says, any chance of adding the back repulsors on the Ironman Mark 85 life-size bust?
Yes, so that bust, we've put it on pause for a little while until we can get all the MK50 shit. So if there's any changes or any requests, the best time is to ask now, because we can still make those.
Okay, so ATV, that's awesome. Good timing. Kenneth is asking about anything planned for this year's Wonder Woman 80th anniversary.
We have a few Wonder Woman pieces in the works, so yeah, hopefully we can release different things this year. So we have the comic Wonder Woman. I think that's a quarter scale statue we showed at Wonder Festival last year. I don't know if you guys saw that. That was in that was just the grey model. I've seen the painted version in the office. It looks really cool. So hopefully
That's going to be a comic piece, or is it?
Comic piece.
I want to see that painted.
Yeah, it looks awesome. It should be out in a few months, so hopefully we can show that to you guys.
Okay.
I really like that piece. That's awesome.
Yeah, I know you were very, very interested in that piece.
Yeah, it's really nice.
That is very, very cool. Oh, this is a good question. How about a Harry Potter license?
So that we are working on a Harry Potter license right now, but I don't know what it would be. So what we want to do is expand the license in Europe and the US, and if we can do that, then we'll hopefully bring Harry Potter.
John, do you have any other questions, man?
Yes, Harry Potter's big in every country. I know maybe not everyone collects it, but we know that it'd be cool to bring something out, maybe either a bust or some props or something like that.
Well, I tell you that's probably the most passionate fans, and there's so much merchandise that they buy everything. And so I think anything you would do in high quality would be very, very sought after.
Yeah, like especially in like the US, I know that it's Universal. They've got the big.
Me neither, John. I don't think I have any more questions right now.
The butter beer and they've got the ones, and people are buying the capes and stuff.
I've been there. I know George has been there. Have you guys? The other guys been there?
I haven't yet.
It's so much fun. And I love the pumpkin juice. That's my favorite. I love that stuff. It's very good. This is a good question from Paul. Any chance of a multi-universe Batman? Flashpoint Batman, Gotham by Gaslight, that sort of thing from the comics? Anything that you guys consider?
Probably not.
We've got less comics for DC, but hopefully that's something we're working on. So we talked earlier, maybe there might be a DC comic book Joker. So hopefully there'll be more comic book characters from DC in the future, probably Batman. So hopefully we can share some stuff on that. But at the moment, it's mainly the movie stuff for DC and DC.
I just asked that for you, John.
That is awesome. Let's see. I'm going to see. Doctor Who license. That was the newest question. Doctor Who. Any chance of that? I know Doctor Who's still very popular.
Yeah, it's popular in the UK as well. If we can get the US license for that, or the UK European license maybe, but I'm not sure who owns the rights. I know the BBC air it in the UK, but I don't know where the rights for that, so we have to look into it.
Okay. Jerry Bourne's asking about a Linda Carter as Wonder Woman. That'd be pretty awesome.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, what do you think on that? Would that be what scale?
Yeah. Quarter scale.
I think quarter scale would be really very popular. I mean, I could see a life-size bust even too. I think there's a lot of Linda Carter fans still.
Yeah.
I think, and again, that kind of goes back to that nostalgia right now. So I think either way, I think it would be very popular.
I've seen people throw that around. Batman by Gaslight. They've thrown that around a couple times recently. So I think people, it's just a popular thing to say now. I don't think, like you said, I don't think it was as popular, but I think it's popular to say. But I don't think it'll really sell like that. I don't think it'll sell like that.
That's the only one, yeah, that's it.
Nothing as yet. Maybe Conan the Barbarian would be cool. But again, that we'd have to see what the demand is. Game of Thrones is very, very popular, so yeah, hopefully. And again, nothing as of yet.
Okay. Benson has a good question. Was Queen Studios impacted by the cargo ship mishaps that have happened lately?
I did see Rad Titan talking about this, that maybe PCS and Sideshow lost a lot of stock.
Yes.
I don't know. We don't ship much overseas just yet. We just ship to Europe at the moment for DC, so we've not been impacted by it. But maybe in the future that might be costly to us. But right now we don't ship a lot overseas, so it's not hit us hard at all.
I just actually did a video that myself on the channel, and it's just crazy the prices, how they've skyrocketed. 300% of what the cargo companies are asking. It's just crazy what's going on.
Yeah, so that in terms of we do ship to Europe or Marvel as well, actually, and the costs. We do get a lot of people complaining about the price difference from China to Europe, and the main reason is the taxes and the freight costs at the moment. Since COVID hit, the prices have gone through the roof. So we do try to bring those down, but shipping by freight's even really expensive at the moment. They've gone up a lot.
Yeah, it's crazy. I'm not sure if you'll be able to answer this question because I know it's probably a Warner Brothers thing. But Orlando Magic Fan 9 is asking, he pre-ordered the Joaquin Phoenix Joker 1/3 statue. Any update if he'll be holding a cigarette?
Officially, we won't be able to release one with a cigarette because there's certain things we just can't do with statues. So we can't, for Marvel, you can't show any physical guns or weapons like that. You can show maybe like a baton, but you can't show any realistic weapons. And I think with like smoking, you can't really show anything like that either. But there might be an option to buy the cigarette separately, but we won't be bringing that together.
Okay. For all of you that have just joined us, I'm going to show you a really quick clip of new collectibles. Let's show you.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, that's the same thing. Oh, he tricked me. He tricked me. Oh.
So I have to ask about that Batman Who Laughs. Tell us a little bit about that.
I don't know too much about that, to be honest. I only saw that the other day, but I do know that our art director is a big fan. So it will be pretty cool. That's all I know. That's all I can say.
Do you think
Is
it's
it
more
going to be a
likely?
bust or the whole statue?
It's more likely to be a bust.
Okay.
Wow, that would be insane.
But I don't know too much. All I know is that, so some of those I have seen the concept already, but some of them I haven't. This phase 2 release is going to be maybe 3 or 4 months, 5 months down the line, so I don't know as much about those. But yeah, hopefully a bust.
Could you imagine like how crazy that would be? It's just going to be insane. My wife will never come into my Batcave again. She already hates the ones I have, but man, that Batman Who Laughs bust would be incredible. That's just so awesome. So do you want to? Should we roll the little promo for the giveaway? Do you want to talk about that here?
Yeah.
Okay, let me roll it and then we can talk about it. So Leslie from Belgium, congratulations. So she won the incredible Heath Ledger 1/4 scale from you guys. How cool is that?
Yeah, so I think it was last month. Yeah, we did the giveaway last month, and the winner is from Belgium. That's all I can say. We'll be contacting the winner by email.
Well, that is absolutely incredible, and congratulations to her. Man, that'd be so cool to receive that. Are you guys planning any more giveaways in the future or something like that?
Yeah, so we don't want to give everything away. We've got to sell some things, but hopefully we'll be giving away the Wonder Woman prop helmet soon, the Golden Eagle helmet. So we'll be, yeah.
So there you go. And the Wonder Woman 84 helmet prop replica. So do people enter on in the Facebook group or on your website?
Yeah, so we'll share some news on that on our Facebook group very shortly, and we'll announce the winner at our next online event.
That's awesome. And speaking of Wonder Woman, I got some photos here, updated photos of the incredible Wonder Woman. Can you tell us any more about this and when fans can expect to get her in?
So after Chinese New Year, we're going to start shipping the first batches. So as I mentioned before, silicon's really difficult to work with, and she's predominantly silicon because we've got more of the arms, and we'll ship in batches, and maybe it takes 3 or 4 months to complete the whole lot. So far, she's looking pretty awesome. We've got the lightness as best we could. We'd love to spend a bit more time to improve, but we think we're pretty much there. Again, we just like to hear people's feedback so far, so we'll share those images in the group and just like to hear what people say. We will have a full video teaser in the next few weeks.
Oh, good.
It looks so good. And again, you listen to feedback, because originally the sculpt, people were like, the face sculpt is kind of there, but then you guys immediately changed it, and it's like, wow, there's Gal Gadot right there. It's like, it's just incredible. And I love the pose. I'm really glad that you guys went with the arms, because I think that really makes that statue with the action. I would assume that's been a very popular bust for you guys.
Yeah, very popular. I think that's why Infinity do a lot of the female busts, because those characters, when it's full silicon, they do look really cool. So yeah, for us, the Wonder Woman, Aquaman, been some of the most popular statues and busts. And again, the Joker bust, really popular. The demand is way higher than what we can supply, but with silicon, you can't do too many because it's just really difficult to do it.
So when you do a silicone piece like that, that's like, you know, full body or half body, is it layered on top of something else, or is it like some type of structure on the inside, like metal rods, or what's
So
like
usually, for example, with the Aquaman statue, so it's a full polystone sculpt.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's full polystone, and then I think the head is also polystone or resin. So you have to get the head sculpt and all the lightness right, and then basically you have to apply the silicone over the top. And then once that's done, they have to then paint it and keep working on it until the lightness is spot on. And then they have to punch the hair one by one, and even down to like the eyelashes, and everything has to be accurate. So that's why it takes so long.
Cool.
Well, it's just, I've seen some behind the scene photos of you working on the half scale, and it's just insane what you guys are able to achieve. And I can't even imagine how long it would take to hand punch every single strand of hair in every single one of those. And we were talking the other day, like this head sculpt is rooted hair, but it's polystone.
Yeah.
You know, which is just incredible that you guys were able to do that and make it look so good, and it's not even silicone to punch into, because I would think silicone would be a lot easier to punch into than obviously polystone, but obviously you guys have a special technique for that. It's really great.
Yeah, so with the 1/3 Joker, we took the first prototype to New York Comic Con, and the feedback wasn't great online. People that saw it liked it a lot, but the hairline wasn't right. So what they did is they sculpted the hairline first to make sure that we got the shape right, because in this scene it's more slicked back. And then what they did after that was they, one by one, using like a fine tool, they would layer it on top of each other using fine adhesive right onto the top of the polystone. So the effect is the same as punching, it's just not going directly in, but it's stuck on really well with the adhesive. And it just takes a long time, just layer and layer and layer and layer like that. So that's why this statue in particular is behind schedule, just because everything's handmade.
Awesome. I know this is a question that I had for myself. I know a lot of collectors have asked me about this. There was only one nitpick about this piece, and it was that there was no key in, or there was no magnet. Is that something that future releases will have more of? Will have the magnets and the keys like the Dark Knight that stands behind him? Is that something you guys are working on?
Yeah, so if that's the general feedback, we'll look into it. I'm not sure the reason why that one didn't, but we will look at ways to secure the head in place or the different pieces in place. Most of the time, we'll use a magnet. I don't know why we didn't do it for the. I think it's because they sat down and there's not as much movement, so I think that's why they didn't do it. And sometimes you can have problems with the magnets where they don't always line up properly. So I think for this statue, it's okay. I don't think it moves too much, but maybe you can tell me more about it.
No, I don't have any problems with it. I just know that was a concern for collectors. They were just like, it doesn't have anything to key into. But like the base is so heavy, like it's not going anywhere.
Yeah, that
And
base. Yeah, that base adds a lot, especially the bench. The bench is really heavy.
Yeah, that's what I meant. I'm sorry, the bench.
Yeah, it's everything on that particular statue is really well made, so it shouldn't move around too much, and it should still look good.
Yeah, absolutely. Davis is asking if there are any more Iron Man half-scale statues in the works.
Yes, there is. I think the next one is the Mark 85, but I'm not sure.
Well, that would be very popular, I would think. Michael is asking about the 1/3 scale Batman, who we were just talking about, that stands behind him. Is the cowl sculpt still being tweaked? The Bruce Wayne head sculpt is damn near perfect. Yeah, I think so too. Is there any final tweaks to that piece?
I think we released some images about a month ago, and I think they're the final ones now. So the Bale head sculpt is complete, both the sculpted and the rooted hair version. I think we shared the images.
John says the Caleb Neffson Venom statue show is sold out. I don't think I've seen that one,
It does
John.
look incredible. It really does. And you can see how it's just.
But I'm sure it is, man. Anything Caleb Neffson does it sells out quickly.
It's just night and day different. How you guys, obviously, you're fans. You want to keep making it the best you possibly can. So that's just awesome. Eddie's asking about Marvel Trinity, Cap, Iron Man, and Thor from Endgame in 1/4 scale to go with the sitting 4 scale Thanos.
I hope that's what's in our plan. So we should have most of those characters in that scale.
Oh, I showed it earlier. I did.
There's a Trinity, but I hope so. That would be awesome.
That would be indeed.
Oh, that Venom. That Venom. Yes. It sold out a long time ago.
You gotta kind of want to go over what's shipping.
Yeah, so the TGIF statue is starting to ship now. So most customers are in Asia, so we'll be shipping in Asia. The comic book Spider-Man we've just shipped to Europe, and the Mark 50 we've shipped our finals bus to Europe. There's a few.
The Wonder Woman 84 1/4 scale. That's the one I have on PO. But it says it won't ship until Q4, which is fine, I guess.
And Europe. For Q2, we're hoping to start the ship.
Yeah, John, man, that thing sold out a long time ago. But I can tell you that I'm positive you can probably get it on the aftermarket, but you probably won't like the price it's gonna go for on the aftermarket. It's gonna be a lot.
So it could be 50 or 100 at a time. Yep, and then Q3 and 4 we'll share updates and we'll make sure that we're on schedule for those.
Awesome. And in Q2, you mentioned shows the shield. I have a couple of pictures of that as well. So that'll be coming your way Q2. I know there's a lot of prop collectors in our groups that really like to kind of add these things to their collectibles. So I think that turned out really great.
Yeah, so the Wonder Woman shield, if you've already bought the Wonder Woman bust, the shield will come with it. So that's just an extra piece.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, so if collectors have already bought that, then that's great. For the Wonder Woman shield, there's two versions. There's a polystone and a metal. The polystone will ship first, and the metal one will ship.
Wait a second, I just realized that. Hold on.
Later in Q3 or.
You said that's not shipping to Q4.
That's awesome. That's very cool. Great question from Mark. This is just a personal question for John. If he could have any piece made, regardless of license, what would it be? That's a great question.
not sure. That is a good question. I'd probably go down the Muhammad Ali route. I think that would be really cool. Maybe with his arm up.
Mm-hmm.
Not sure. Or like a Sonny Liston
Dang,
pose,
this
I'm
is
not sure.
pushed back
Maybe
to
a statue. I don't know.
October.
Something with Muhammad Ali would be cool.
Oh, that would be amazing. Big Mo Collectibles is asking, is there any chance we could get the stand for the shield if we brought the Wonder Woman bust?
Yes, so the stand should be included. So I'm not sure if you got those photos, but Wonder Woman's stood like this, and then behind the stand will fit just behind, so it looks like she's wearing it, but it's in the stand.
That's cool.
That's a really good idea. That was smart. Very smart.
Yeah, I think that's what also gave us the idea of maybe we could move on to the props as well. Like, I think they had fun making both, and then thought, why don't we just make props? So I think that's where we got the idea.
That's really, really cool. Ark, I'm not going to put your comment on the screen, but I'll let George answer that in his own time if he wants to. But anyway, the questions are kind of
What did he
winding
say?
down now. John, is there anything else you want to tell us? What's coming up, or what you're looking forward to?
I think the main thing this year that we're excited about is just being able to make our collectibles more accessible in different countries. So hopefully with some with more demand, we can get the licenses, and hopefully more collectors will support us, and we can also work on other
That's a
partnerships
valid
in areas.
question.
That's what we're excited about, and hopefully we want to come to the US, we want to go to Europe, we want to show our busts and statues in Southeast Asia. So that's what we're excited about. Hopefully the world returning to normal and getting to meet more people. That's what we want to do. How about you guys? What you guys hope?
John says about 4 bands. Yeah, it'll be more. Yeah,
Oh,
about
so
that.
much. Yeah, Star Wars, that got a lot of interest from the chat. That would be really cool if you guys can get there. That would be pretty amazing. I'm just excited to see the bus and the statues too, but I marvel at those. Like, I just marvel at, they're just so mind-blowingly incredible of how good your artists are and how they're able to execute. I think of that Joaquin Phoenix Joker, like that just blows my mind to see how good that is and how much it looks like him. And the creativity with the base, things like that. I'm just excited to see what you guys show us. I know a lot of people are very excited for your reveals, and like you said, it's going to happen over time. But again, I just appreciate what you've given us tonight, because again, it helps us plan out our collectibles or our collection. I really look forward to that. How about the rest of you guys? What else are you guys looking forward to?
Anything DC, and hopefully you guys make it into the US market.
Yeah, definitely more in the U.S. market. I really hope you guys can get the Iron Man pieces in here. I would buy those, and definitely Star Wars. And yes, Obi-Wan for people in the chat.
Yeah, Obi-Wan. There it is right
He's
there.
getting
Troll,
pushed.
troll. Obi-Wan. Yeah.
Comes
Get
down
Alec
to
Guinness, man.
Alec Guinness. That's what I was going to ask, which Obi-Wan.
Oh yeah, Alec Guinness. Yeah, for sure. That'd be incredible. How about you, Delaney?
I'm always focused on the next thing that's going to be delivered. So right now I'm looking forward to Harley Hell on Wheels from Sideshow. And after that it'll be whatever's going to be delivered next. So that's always my focus.
Great piece. Great. How about you, Jeff?
I'm curious to see what other quarter scale Marvel MCU characters they're going to do.
Absolutely. Of course, me, I want more Dark Knight characters like we talked about. I would love to see the '89 stuff. Michelle Pfeiffer. I would love to see a life-size Danny DeVito penguin. Oh my God, that would be a dream piece for me. And again, I would love to see you guys get the Pirates of the Caribbean, Davy Jones. That would be really, really fun too. But again, I'm just excited to see what you guys are all cooking up. It's just a very exciting time to be a collector, for sure, right?
Yeah, definitely. Hopefully, as we said, if people follow us on Facebook and YouTube, Instagram, over the year we'll be releasing more teasers and more updates, so people will know what's happening and when. And regarding the quarter scale Marvel, so today we shared a bit of a teaser of the different characters, but we didn't say which scale. So what we'll do is hopefully we can get some voting going on the different groups. We can see which scales you want, and even if we didn't get this scale this time, maybe in the future we can do it. So that's what we're hoping for. Just test the waters, see what people want.
I love it. I love how interactive you guys are. Again, I have the scroll down below. Make sure you're visiting Queen Studios on Facebook, on Instagram, and their YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe to their channel. And while you're doing that, please subscribe to MCE, George's channel, and also Jeff Delaney at Secret Sanctuary. Please do that, and that would mean a lot to me. Let's see, JW says, great show. Thanks, John from Queen Studios and Batman Statue Collector for hosting this. Extremely informative. Hope we get more of these down the line. Yeah, I would absolutely love to do that. If you're ever interested, I would love to have you back on anytime because this was a lot of fun. It was just a blast.
Yeah, it'd be great. Yeah, hopefully this year we can start to create more events and collaborations between the different creators. I mentioned this to you the other day, Chris, but I think what's cool about the collecting community is the community. Like the amount of time people put into sharing the images, to creating the group chats, the websites, the blog posts, is quite cool. So what we want to do is just join the community and be part of it.
Well, you definitely are, and like I said, you have really quickly established yourself as one of the elite statue companies out there. And I can't even imagine where you're going to be in 10 years. Like, I think it's going to be, incredibly exciting to watch you guys grow, and especially bringing your stuff to the United States. I know it's a big market here that is thirsty for your stuff and doesn't want to go through hoops to get it. I'm really excited to hear that you guys have been working on that. And that's just very, very exciting. So I will say too, all of us would love, if you want to send us your bus, we would love to review them. That'd be awesome. We're all going to volunteer for that, I know for sure. But anyway, I'm very excited, and I just can't thank you enough for coming on tonight. This was absolutely just a dream. So thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks for your guys' time as well. We appreciate it. Again, it helps us out a lot if we can get to speak to different people. So you guys took the time to join us, which is great. So, and everyone watching, thanks for taking the time. And in terms of reviewing stuff, hopefully in the future, the big challenge is getting the collectibles out to the different countries. We get requests all the time, can I review this, can I review that? If you were down the road, we could ship it, we'd do it. Hopefully, once we get some more partnerships...
It's good. I'm glad they're having a good time.
Southeast Asia, we can then get more collectibles to you guys to review.
Seems like they didn't really ask that many questions.
That's just the opportunity. That'd be absolutely outstanding. So just for even offering that, that's just so awesome. Again, just thanks everybody tonight for watching. We've gone about 2 hours tonight, and just thank you guys so very much for all of your great questions. So much, participation tonight. You guys are always amazing in the chat. A lot of new names as well here tonight. And everybody's thanking you, John, for being here. And, just again, it just means the world to us that you would come on the Rogues Gallery tonight.
No worries, great. Hopefully, everyone can also join the Queen Studios Facebook group, and I interact in there a lot as well. Sometimes it's me, sometimes it's someone I work with. So any questions, just leave them in there, and we can interact all the time. So not just today.
Well, I just joined, so approve me, John.
That's right. That's right. That's right. I know. I'm definitely a member there, and so it's a great community. Like John says, that's the best thing about this. Yes, the art is fantastic, but it's really the community that we've all created together. All the different YouTube channels, all the different groups. We always talk about friendly competition, but it is. But at the same time, it is just this amazing, positive community that I absolutely love being a part of. And I feel very lucky to be part of. So again, thank you all of you out there. Thank you again, John, for being here tonight. Again, make sure you join the Facebook page. Make sure you sign up on Instagram and follow there, and then also hit the subscribe button on their YouTube channel. Anything else you want to say, John, before we head out tonight?
Yep.
That's all. I think, yeah, thanks for everyone's time.
Absolutely. And thank you guys in the chat. Thank you, George, Eric, Jeff. Thank you for being part of the gallery tonight. I really appreciate it. And we'll see you next time. And hopefully we'll have John on again soon for more updates from Queen Studios. So thank you, everybody, for watching. And we'll see you in the Batcave. Good night, everybody.
All right. Peace. All right. So, all right, here we are, guys. The event's over, man. So, how did we do? I mean, I thought that the event was very what do you call it? Strategic, very diversified. A lot of different questions were asked, a lot of different questions were answered. A lot of different people who collected a lot of different things had a lot of questions, not necessarily in the same ballpark as DC Marvel. And even the DC Marvel folks like me and some people like John and other people, they had questions and they were able to get those questions answered. So I think that's really cool. So I mean, we did get something out of it. Let me see in my notes. What do I have here? The few things. I'll just touch on a few things that I'm excited about from this event, which is Wanda, Scarlet Witch. Again, we don't know. Hopefully 1/4 scale. There was Vision. I think that we found out in this event that the Vision is probably going to be a bust, and most likely, which is, I think he said a bust that they talked about, they put out a long time ago, and we didn't get that, and we didn't get the bust before, and then now they're like kind of re-releasing it, even though they never really released it. So whatever. John says he's hoping for some pictures. Yeah, I was hoping for some pictures too. I thought we would get a little bit, a few pictures at least, but no. Superman, Henry Cavill, Batman. They showed a couple different versions of Batman, so I don't know which Batman we're getting. And then obviously I think the big shocker, the one that everyone was kind of taken aback by, was Batman Who Laughs. I think that's and he said that'll probably most likely be a bust. So we'll see what happens. It looks like a lot of these are busts. I'm looking more so for 1/4 scale. But we'll see. Only time will tell, guys. Only time will tell how everything plays out and how everything ends up looking. But that's it, man. That's the event. A lot of questions asked. Hopefully, you guys got something out of it. Again, I would have liked to see, some pictures or a video or a snippet or a preview or a sneak peek or something. But can't have everything, so we'll see. But thank you guys, man. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. Quite a long stream. I think this may be the longest stream or one of the longest streams that I've done. And so thank you. If you made it this far, you're a real one. Thank you. I appreciate it. But yeah, man, it's getting late. Hopefully everyone is, hopefully everyone has had a good day. Hopefully you guys have a great week. We'll be back next week. I have more videos coming this week. So, some statues coming, a little preview for you guys, statues coming. So be on the lookout for that. And until next time, man, y'all be good. Y'all be safe. See y'all next video. Peace.